Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about health, fitness, wellness, and in one of my last videos I was explaining that I did a what I eat in a day on Nutrisystem from just the stuff that I have left over now that I am no longer on Nutrisystem. So these next videos will really be focused on what I eat off of Nutrisystem. It'll be focused on what I eat in a week, meal prep, with whole healthy foods. I want to make sure that we are all around healthy, and I'd love to do that with you. So if you have anything that you would specifically like to see, leave it in the comments below. I am always up to video suggestions, and I appreciate when you guys leave them. So I'm going to be showing you some really healthy, yummy treats, and I'm going to be trying to leave all of the calories and the protein and all that good stuff along with it. Otherwise, the recipes are going to be linked. But first, if you're interested in trying Nutrisystem out for yourself or know a family or friend who would like to, please send them my link. They'll be able to get 50% off of their order, and I benefit from that myself. I highly appreciate it whenever you guys click on my link. It always helps my channel and helps my channel grow. So without further ado, let's get into the yummy recipes. So one of the first things I've been making just about every morning this week is this homemade iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. It's really good and super easy to make. I'll link the video for the full recipe. It's just something that really gets me going and adds a little bit of joy to my mornings. Here's the calorie count for this, although it will vary depending on your ratio of oat milk. This next recipe is one of my favorites and great if you have a sweet tooth like me. It's a keto cinnamon roll chaffle. Believe it or not, besides the fruit, this recipe is actually very low sugar, high fat and protein like most typical keto foods. The ingredients are 1 ounce of cream cheese. You can use the lights, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I like a lot of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of almond flour. I like this King Arthur one. 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. It's going to be for the topping. Half a cup of mozzarella shredded. And 2 tablespoons of Swerve Confectioner's sugar replacement. You're gonna need 4 tablespoons in total. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is combine the shredded cheese with the cream cheese and then melt them together in 30-second intervals and mix them up until they are nice and melted. So it should look like this, a nice thick cream. This is when you're going to want to add your 2 tablespoons of almond flour, your teaspoon of baking powder, then add your cinnamon. As you can see, I put more than half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Last, you're going to want to add your 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then you want to mix this up really good. You can do that with your fork, you can do that with your hands and just knead it like dough, because that's exactly what it feels like. So it should not be too wet or dry. And then you're going to want to add your egg to the mix. Now at this point, you can just make it easier on yourself and pull out a hand mixer, although you can also do it with a fork or spoon, and just trust the process. It will come out okay. Once blended, this is what it should look like, and then you want to get some type of waffle maker or a mini waffle maker. I really like this Dash one. It's this cute little heart that I like using for my kids and myself. A little bit of olive oil, and you just want to spray that so it doesn't stick, not too much. You want to make sure you place a decent amount in the center of it and not spread it out too much, otherwise it will overflow. It's happened to me before. As you can see, my first one did not turn out that great. It looks a little bit like a heart, but do not worry. We're going to make about 3 or 4 of these for the serving because they're mini. If you're using a regular waffle maker, this will probably only make 2, maybe 3, but because these are so small, it's gonna make closer to 4. Now to make the cream cheese frosting, you guys, this is so good. You want to mix your 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, your 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and the 2 tablespoons of Swerve's Confectioner sugar replacement again, and you want to put these in a dish and mix them up really good. I put mine in this little measuring cup just because I thought that it would be really easy to pour over my waffles when I'm done. Now if you pour this over right away, it will be a thinner consistency, but if you keep stirring it and wait a little bit, it will actually thicken up. I like to put these strawberries on top. I love strawberries with my waffles and my chaffles. I just love adding lots of good fruit and berries. So I'm going to add these blueberries for good antioxidants and some raspberries, and I love it. It looks so beautiful and it's so delicious. These cinnamon rolls chaffles are ready for their icing, and as you can see, it really thickened up. And you guys, I am not kidding. Even though you're using sugar replacement, it does not taste off. It still tastes sweet. It tastes so good. You have to try this. And I'm going to be adding the calorie count for this on the screen. For lunch, I'm having this avocado egg bake. It's so easy to make and really, really good. Your ingredients are an avocado cut in half, an egg, some black pepper, some bacon, and some more berries for the side. So I'm doing my best here, guys, to get this evenly cut. I did get a couple of brown spots in my avocado that I'm just going to kind of peel away. The next step is scooping out a little bit more of the avocado so more of the egg actually fits, and I don't want to waste any of the avocado because I love avocado so much. I'm actually going to put it on my plate so I can eat it as a side, and once it's hollowed out a little bit more, you still want to leave some avocado in there so you can taste it all. It's going to look like this, and it's just enough so that the yolks and the egg whites fit inside of the avocado without spilling over too much. So to make this easier, what you want to do is crack your eggs in a small dish. Then carefully scoop out the yolks first, and you want to place that into your avocado, and then you want to grab your other yolk. As you can see, I was not as successful with the second one, so it happens. But then this is when you're going to want to add your egg whites to fill up the rest of it. And I noticed that once I filled up all of the avocado, I still had egg whites left. So don't panic, it's normal. Then you want to put your oven to 350. I like to add some of this Himalayan pink sea salt. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper on top as well. Then we're going to put these bad boys into the oven. So while that magic is happening, I'm going to be breaking apart some pieces of bacon. You can cook some up, or you can get the ones that are already baked like I do. You really only need one piece of bacon, but my kids love bacon, so I am also breaking some apart for them. Well, 1 out of 2, I call this a success in my book. So as you can see, we're just topping with a little bit of bacon, and this is the completed lunch. This is a lunch that I had the previous day. It's just this really easy chicken sandwich. I love this kind of sourdough bread. I don't have it too often, but I do love it. It's just avocado, some chicken breast, everything but the bagel seasoning, of course, because it is amazing. And of course, I'm going to be adding some tomato to it. So I'm splitting this bread, and I am going to toast it because I prefer toasted bread. Next, I'm slicing up some tomato pieces. Then instead of shredding my chicken, because I don't want it to all fall out of my sandwich, I'm just going to cut it into little pieces. So first I want to layer my bread with some avocado all along the bottom. What is your favorite thing to put in sandwiches or on toast? I love avocado so much. I don't know, what do you guys like? Do you like sweets or do you like savory? Then I add my favorite everything with a bagel seasoning, and I'm going to layer this with tomatoes afterward. And then chicken. I changed this later when I realized that the tomatoes fall out when I put them on top. So layer them on the bottom, guys. Here's the calorie count for this. And I'm actually taking this to work with me, so I bought this cute little Tupperware of glass with my dividers. That way I can separate all of my fruits and veggies. A couple of my favorite go-to veggies are cucumbers and carrots, but for the sake of simplicity, I am just doing cucumbers this time. And that is my lunch. And last but definitely not least, spaghetti squash boats. So you want to prepare your spaghetti squash. Scoop out the middles, add garlic, olive oil, your seasoning, turn them over, and then put them in the oven to bake. Meanwhile, make some spaghetti sauce with some lean turkey. And with your fork, squash your garlic and peel up all of the spaghetti squash. Add your spaghetti meat sauce on top. Add some cheese and some herbs, and you have yourself a delicious dinner. Alright guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like and turn on notifications for future videos. Don't forget to comment down below on what other videos you'd like to see, because I would love to know. Don't forget to check out this last video that I did on what I eat when I was actually on Nutrisystem, in case you are wondering what that. I have all the links down below. I love you guys, I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.